as the war continues escalating between Israel and Hamas. And tomorrow, President Biden will be heading to Israel amid the war. Fox's Madeline Rivera joins us now from Jerusalem. Good morning, Madeline. Thank you for joining us. Tell us, first of all, what is it like there? It's a very emotional time and scary time.
It is an emotional and scary time. Jerusalem is several miles away from the Gaza border, but they too have seen a share of rockets yesterday. Yesterday we heard sirens go off in Jerusalem, and then we heard two booms, the sound of the Iron Dome missile defense system going off to intercept those rockets. Certainly we're not seeing the type of activity that Tel Aviv and other parts of southern Israel are facing, but everyone here in Israel has been affected some way emotionally or physically by these attacks that Hamas carried out 2 weekends ago. Notably speaking, I was speaking with an Israeli local last week, and she said that there's this palpable sense of anger that this happened at all. And she is also angry at Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for this massive intelligence failure, not having any sort of idea that these attacks would happen. So there's definitely a range of emotions here, and fear and anger among some of them. Pam?
And particularly in Gaza, with the rising tensions there of the orders for people to leave and the orders for people to stay, what are the plans, or what are you hearing about trying to get people safely out of Gaza who do want to leave?
Well, as of right now, there's only one way out of Gaza, and that's from southern Gaza into Egypt. And what we know right now is that it remains closed. This is certainly going to be one of the topics of conversation for the president tomorrow, trying to establish some sort of humanitarian corridor, at least for foreign nationals here. But it's going to be a big task. Look, Egypt doesn't seem keen on opening up that border because there are some logistical and historical complications here. Logistically speaking, Egypt doesn't seem keen on taking in potentially hundreds of thousands, maybe even up to 2 million refugees, because it could destabilize their country. And historically speaking, a lot of Arab nations don't want to see an exodus of Palestinians like they saw back in the 1940s. So there are two aspects here, logistical and historical. Pam?
You mentioned that very important relationship and there with Egypt and the escape routes. What is the hope with the president's visit as he heads to the area of negotiating and helping in this situation?
Well, this will certainly be the strongest show of solidarity that the United States would give Israel. And the president is expected to talk about some main topics, including, of course, that hostage crisis in Gaza, the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, and the real concern that this conflict could spread. And that's why you've seen Secretary of State Antony Blinken doing this sort of diplomatic blitz over the last several days, going to several countries, at least 6 countries, Jordan, Bahrain, Qatar, going to all these countries again to try to prevent this conflict from spreading. So in terms of what else they could see from the United States, National Security Council John Kirby was asked if the United States is expected to ask Israel to delay its ground offensive. And Kirby says that no, as of right now, they don't want to give Israel any military terms when it comes to this potential ground invasion. And the IDF, Israeli Defense Forces spokesperson, also says that doesn't matter. The president's visit won't affect their plans at all. Pam?
All right, we will continue to follow this. Madeline Rivera, thank you so much for being there and bringing that to us, that update live from Jerusalem.
Thank you. Very